Welcome to the Figure Zone. Really quickly, this isn't a promotional video. I paid for this figure with my own money. And today we have the Toys Laboratory Red Commander, aka the Red Guardian, Alexei Alanovich Shostakov. And he is based off David Arbor's character in the Marvel MCU Black Widow movie. And the box looks pretty cool. Pretty nice, basic shoebox design. You've got the one tray up top of the figure and some stuff. And on the bottom you have an extra tray with some cool stuff down there. Now, I bought this figure from Giant Toy. If you want, in the link in the description below, you get a 5% off coupon. Check it out. Save some cash. Now, this is the figure, pretty much right out of the box. The helmet is slightly different color red than the suit. It's more shiny, so it's not like a deal breaker. It's okay. I think it kind of looked like that in the movie too. It's a helmet and a worn suit. It's never gonna exactly look the same. So it's a pretty cool figure. I do recommend this if you want to get this. Hot Toys may make one in the future one day, but if they do, it'll be 2025 or later when it does come out. So if you do want to get this figure, definitely look into it because he's not bad. And for the accessories, he does come with a stand, which is cool. It doesn't have any weird name printed on a nameplate, so that's pretty awesome. I'm digging on it. It's a stand. We get a stand. That's cool. Basic crotch grabber. With the figure, when he comes out of the box, he will have two fist hands going on. He also comes with two grabbing hands he can use to hold the shield. The shield piece, the handle is like rubber, so you kind of slip it inside there. Does the trick. You got two open kind of hands. He does that little fighting pose with both of his hands open, which looks really silly. But you have these. It also can be used for like about to throw the shield kind of look, so that's pretty cool. And if you want, he's got two ungloved hands. So the gloved hands, they look really nice. They look like actual gloves. And these are just basic hands. So if you want to have him displayed without the helmet, you can do that. Now it's really cool. When they advertised this guy, he was coming with the Taskmaster shield. I'm like, that's kind of lame. And I'm like, come on, Toys Laboratory, give us the shield he's supposed to come with. Now, he has a version of a Captain America shield, of course, but it's got the red star, and it looks like this. Even Marvel Legends was like, yeah, we're giving him that shield also. So I was really hoping they would give us the shield, and the awesome part is they came through. We did not get the Taskmaster shield. We get his awesome looking shield. This thing is metal. I'm not sure what kind of metal it is, but it's cold to the touch. Also, the straps on the back here are just hard, kind of rubbery kind of thing. They have some give to them, which is cool. Should hold up over time, but shield looks pretty awesome. Now you get an unhelmeted head sculpt. It looks pretty good. It's hard to pick up all the detail on the iPhone. The iPhone kind of blurs things out and mutes out colors a little bit, but the hair is sculpted really nicely, and I personally think it's pretty cool looking. The only bummer part I don't like is the helmeted head has like a smiley kind of face, and the unhelmeted head has more of a serious look. I would have preferred the serious look on the helmet and the smiley face unhelmeted, but we gets what we gets. Here's a quick comparison to the Taskmaster shield. You can see the difference in the look, the size, and the shape. The Taskmaster one does have the magnetic piece on there, so there's no magnet piece to go on the figure, unfortunately, which is kind of a bummer. I was hoping they kind of throw something in there. But you can get a thin piece of magnetic tape and try to stick it up there in the gauntlet piece. Maybe that'll work. Maybe. That would be pretty cool, though. And here is the figure. And the head sculpt does look pretty cool. Again, this one's got the more smiley face going on there. The helmet is pretty shiny. I like it. It's got some weathering too, which looks pretty cool. He's got his red star above the little eyes there. It looks pretty cool. The eyes are nice. It came out pretty cool. The beard is sculpted really well too. The outfit has got some cool straps. They're like a, I don't know, rubbery strap material going on there. And the suit itself is like a rubber material, and the actual little arm shoulder pieces there, those little armor pieces, are like a hard kind of plastic, along with the gauntlet, which is kind of like a hard plastic piece too. It moves a little bit. It's got some give. So the straps can move around a little bit. The rubber suit is slightly restricting. We'll get into that in a little bit too. The belt can move around a little bit. The pouches don't seem to slide. I think they're all glued on there, so I wouldn't go messing with that. He's got some basic opening pockets. They just close by themselves, nothing to hold them down. He's got no butt whatsoever. I'm guessing maybe Captain America kind of stole all the ass. And the back of the legs over here, the boots look pretty cool. The gaiters are a hard kind of plastic, and the bottom of the feet don't have much grips. They look really cool. The knee pads have a little issue going on there, which we will get into in a couple seconds. But altogether, that's a pretty cool looking suit. They did a good job on this. If you're enjoying the video so far, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It helps out the channel big time. Every time someone hits the like button, YouTube shares this video with more people. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and bell notifications. You don't miss out on any 1/6 scale news and reviews. And here's a quick pose of him. He definitely has a presence to him. He stands out. This red and the white and the silver and the black, it definitely pops. His suit looks pretty awesome. The shield goes in rather easy, unlike some of the Captain America ones where I break the shield. But so far digging on the figure. Now I like to do this on camera, taking the heads off for the first time and switching them out just to see if there's any issues. You guys can learn from my mistakes, but seems to come out pretty easy. The unhelmeted head goes on a little bit harder than the regular head. He has a fixed neck, so you won't be able to just like pop the ball joint off the head or anything like that. The whole entire neck piece comes out. So you guys have been collecting for a while, you know those are kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. You got to get the head in the opening just right. But once you get the head on, it does look pretty cool on him. You could definitely get some cool poses going on here. If you want to get two of these guys, you can have one unhelmeted and one with the helmet. So head goes on pretty smoothly. Again, I like to film that just in case. You gotta mess with the suit a little bit, so make sure when you put that on too, the hair doesn't hit against the suit. The hair is sculpted all the way down, so you gotta just get the hair just right. And again, he looks pretty cool. He's got a great presence here. I love the shield. The shield is really cool. He seems to hold it up well. I've put him in a couple poses so far, and it doesn't like droop down or anything like that so far, so that is a good sign. And for some articulation, the head pretty much goes, up and down, side to side. It's on a fixed neck, so it still does the trick. It bunches up a little bit in the suit. It looks a little weird on the shoulders. You kind of mess with those a little bit. But it is a hard armor piece. Luckily, it goes up. It's just a basic friction joint going on there. And the bend at the elbow seems like it may go further, but I don't want to push it either. And it has a swivel, but it's super tight on my left arm. The right arm seems a little bit better, but the left arm is really freaking tight. And again, I don't know what kind of body they're using, so I don't want to push it, because a lot of times I try to push the figures a little bit more in the video and end up with some floppy, droopy turd once I'm done with the review. And that's no fun. A lot of my figures are a little bit funky. And then you got the basic waist crunch. The rubber suit restricts it a little bit. Seems to work. The legs don't really do anything. And they don't go back at all. So a little restricting. I'm not sure why. If it's like there's some weird padding going on the waist, the knee will move. But again, be extremely careful of that, because look what happened to mine. That's not cool. So be extremely careful, or else you might get some damage. Now this is a really sucky design here. It looks like this piece here is loose on this side. You can see there's a little bit of space in there. So when it does bend right there. You can see it's still kind of attached right up to here. And that's what happened to this one. As soon as I bent it past the angle it's probably supposed to go, which is this, which is normal, it pretty much just the glue piece was still stuck on there, ripped this piece. So be extremely careful with your figure when you do that, because it looks like it's glued to this part too. It's a bad design because if you do bend the knee, it's going to cause the knee to go out a little bit, and it's going to rip the piece like it did mine. So not cool. I just wanted to show that really quick because knowing is half the battle. And back to the articulation. You've got some swivelish going on there too in the leg. It's okay. It works, but you can't really bend the legs much, so you can't really pose him too well. The ankles, again, not really poseable. You get some up and down, not much side to side because the gaiter piece goes all the way down and covers the sides of the boots, and it is a hard kind of plastic material. So the articulation is limited. Now, do I recommend the figure? Yeah, sure. He does look pretty awesome. If Hot Toys does make one, it won't be out until 2025 or later. The only bad parts I don't like, of course, is the articulation is a little bit wonky in the legs. You can't do very much. The knee pads are glued to the rubber suit, which can cause some damage. And the hard plastic gaiters restrict the ankle articulation. Besides that, he looks cool. And this is my Taskmaster with the comic version cape going on. It's a fully wired cape, which is pretty cool. It's an awesome look for him. I prefer the version in the comics as opposed to the version in the movies, which was cool, but I like this just a bit more. And if you want some more cool villains, aka anti-heroes, in your collection, definitely scoop him up. He looks pretty cool with Taskmaster. Check out the links in the description below. I've got one from my Facebook group. Join up and post some pictures of your figures. Let's have some cool figure talk. I also have an Amazon affiliate account down there in case you guys want to make any purchases. All the purchases through that helps out the channel. And also, if you want to try to get this figure at 1/6 kit, if he has any left, you can get $10 off orders of 100 or more in the description below. Let me know your thoughts on this figure. If you want to get him or you're going to pass. He does look pretty cool. And if you want to see some more awesome 1/6 scale figures, click the video to the left or the playlist to the right. Thanks so much for watching. Till the next video, it still fits.